12 forgotten one-hit soul jolts from 1968 that still stop a room.
It's like a souvenir that just sits on a shelf.
Here's the proof in seconds. A B-side DJ's flipped into the night's slow dance, and a number 2 smash where the singer never sings. What else did the spotlight miss while the charts looked the other way? Headphones on. You're about to hear the cuts that lived in basements, jukeboxes, and roller rinks long after radio moved on stay to number 1 for the on-ramp that ignites Philly soul and leaves a thrum in your chest. Number 12, I Wish It Would Rain, The Vows, 1968.
Sunshine, blue skies, please go away.
A small Newark vocal group takes a title you know and turns it into something intimate and low-lit, more hallway echo than headline.
'Cause crying,
Drums walk, not run. The bass feels like a hand on your back, steadying each line.
let it rain.
Hear how the harmony stack tucks under the lead right before the word rain, a soft lift that keeps the ache moving. Released on a tiny East Coast label with no national distribution, it smoldered locally. Block parties, basement sets, school gyms, where the crackle of the vinyl became part of the feeling.
Inside, words could never explain. I just wish it would rain.
You can picture a summer window open to distant traffic,
Refuse to explain. Oh, I wish it would rain.
the needle catching dust, the chorus carrying out into the hallway. One record, one city, one small forever. And now we shift from a quiet plea to a street corner warning with Philly polish. Number 11, Check Yourself, The Intruders, mid-60s. Before Cowboys to Girls, there was this. Early Intruders with that gamble and huff fingerprint already in the air. The groove is a glide, rhythm guitar chipping the beat while the drums sit deep in the pocket. The tenors lean in like older cousins giving advice at the stoop. Catch the moment the congas tighten just before the refrain. The pocket snaps and the message lands harder. It was a Philly jukebox favorite, spun on local radio and danced to Under Neon, but it never outran the group's later breakout. The authority is in the neighborhood proof. Couples swaying close, a DJ riding the fader, the lyric turning "Be careful" into a hook. A nod from the streets, then gone from the charts, which makes the next cut's shimmer hit different. Chicago horns and late night warmth. Number 10, Love Makes a Woman, Barbara Acklin, 1968. Strings like streetlights after rain. Horns that don't shout, they glow. Barbara Acklin shapes each phrase with a smile you can hear and a truth you can't dodge. Notice the way the background voices bloom on the word love. Not bigger, just brighter. So the title keeps echoing after the line ends. This one cracked the top 20 on both R&B and pop, her name sliding across car radios and bedroom clocks late at night. You can see the scene, cruising a humid Chicago boulevard, windows down, the city hum tucked under that velvet lead. One moment of wide-angle recognition for a writer and singer who did so much behind the curtain. We've been floating. Next, the grit steps forward. Gospel fire from voices that spent years in someone else's spotlight. Number 9, I'm Gonna Do All I Can to Do Right by My Man. The Ikettes, 1968. Stomp and Testify. The drums plant their feet, and the voices drive like a Sunday choir with Friday night volume. Right before the chorus, the tambourine jumps in and the track lifts a half inch, just enough to feel the floor under your shoes. Known first as the powerhouse backing group for Ike and Tina Turner, they took a frontline turn of their own, a Pompeii-era single that flashed across R&B play and told you exactly who they were. The vowel heat, the chest voice push, the blend tightening as if wills were linking arms, pure soul defiance. Picture a small stage, hot lights, a tight band turning on a dime as the lead throws the line like a promise. If you're feeling these deep cuts so far, tap subscribe and drop your pick so far.
You know what breaks my heart a little? Only 1% of the people who watch R&B vinyl are actually subscribed. 99 out of 100 of you keep coming back, vibing with the grooves, feeling the stories, reliving the voices that built soul itself, but you still haven't hit that button. Think about it. You've spent time here, maybe even rediscovered a song that hit you right in the chest. And yet, you're walking away before the next track drops. Subscribing costs nothing, not a cent, but it means you'll never miss the moments that remind you who you were when that record first played. R&B vinyl isn't just music, it's memory, it's heritage. It's the pulse that still beats under everything we love. Don't just listen from the sidelines. Be part of the 1% who keep the soul alive. Hit subscribe, stay, groove, and keep the record spinning with us.
Number 8, Selfish One, Jackie Ross, 1968 reissue.
Selfish one, why keep your love?
Sparkle on the surface, steel underneath.
Let's get started on romance. Oh.
The drums lean back into a Motown clean pocket while the bass takes short melodic steps. Hear how the strings swell into the turnaround, then disappear to leave room for a teenage lead that sounds older than the calendar. First, a mid-60s moment, then a late-decade revival when the single found new ears. One defining track that kept roller rinks gliding and kitchen radios warm. You can see the mirror ball, the slow orbit of skates, the chorus floating over the room like something you're not ready to admit. Industry tangles stalled the next chapter, but this one kept breathing on its own, passed from cousin to cousin, DJ to DJ. We've been in a sweet ache. Now we slip to a darker corner where the groove simmers and the confession cuts closer. Number 7, Slip Away, Clarence Carter, 1968.
What would I give for just
A hush at the bar, then that bass like low thunder under the floorboards.
darling? I want to see you right now.
Clarence Carter doesn't rush the truth. He bends it, holds it, lets the syllables find the hurt on their own.
The things I ask you to do.
Notice the organ slide between lines, a soft halo that turns the room to half light.
Where we're both are not known. And just
Atlantic put it on the flip. DJs turned the record over and the B-side became the night's main event. Suddenly, juke joints were slow dancing to a song that was never meant to lead. smoke curling to the rafters while the hook made time stand still.
How sweet it is.
One decision, one spin, and the crowd told the charts what mattered. We've lingered in a slow burn. Next comes a duet with a different kind of ache.
I give just to have you near.
Number 6, Something You Got. Chuck Jackson and Maxine Brown, mid-60s.
Something you got.
Two seasoned voices lock into a Wand-era pocket where the drums lope and the bass answers in short, warm phrases.
Keeps me high.
Hear how their lines trade places. One glides on the melody while the other leans into the grain, then meet on the hook like a door clicking shut.
So play it out.
The horns sit close to the mic, a little grit in the edges, while the piano sprinkles fills that feel like streetlights across wet pavement. A duet cut from the same run of records that made their names a pair on New York playlists.
You ought to know.
It's proof of how chemistry can turn a simple groove into something you carry around after the needle lifts. We've been seated and reflective. Next, the guitar gets meaner, the beat tougher, and the floor starts to move again. Number 5, You Don't Love Me, Willie Cobb's 1968 revival.
You don't love me, yes I know.
3 chords, a hypnotic riff, and a stare that doesn't blink. The drums hit like knuckles on the doorframe, steady and unbothered. Hear how the guitar figure loops and tightens just before the vocal re-enters, a snake of a line that turns a room into a slow sway. First, a 1960 cut, then a late decade revival when soul DJs put it back in rotation and it sounded brand new.
You don't love me.
Corners of Memphis and Chicago moved to this. Bar jukeboxes, back rooms, tiny stages with hot bulbs. Covers would come later, borrowed and bent by others, from Junior Wells to Don Penn. But this take is the seed. We've been grinding in the groove. Now we sprint, because the next hit doesn't even need a singer to fill the dance floor. Number 4, The Horse, Cliff Nobles and Cupwares, 1968. A horn line like a pep rally stampede and a rhythm section with nothing but forward in it. The drums lock into a parade beat, the bass gallops, and the trumpets answer like a section raised on halftime. Notice the break where everything drops to the kit and a single guitar chop. Then the brass slams back in and the room explodes. The curiosity that made it legendary. The vocalist didn't sing on the biggest hit, an instrumental take of his own tune that ran all the way up the national charts.
Cliff Nobles, and there's little Tina. They're gonna dance the horse.
High school bands learned it. DJs rinsed it. Gyms and block parties turned into instant choreography. We've been at full tilt. Next comes a grin with a gavel, a courtroom party that laughs its way onto the radio. Number 3, Here Comes the Judge, Shorty Long, 1968. Humor on the front, funk in the engine. The groove struts, hand claps crisp, piano popping the left hand, bass walking like a bailiff with rhythm. Right before the chant, the horns shoot 3 quick jabs, and the whole track smiles. Inspired by a TV comedy bit and set to a Motown stomp, it flew because it felt like the whole country was in on the joke. Teenagers echoed the catchphrase at lunch tables. Living rooms bounced while black and white screens flickered. It stands taller because the player behind it had more to give. A career cut short too soon, leaving this record as both celebration and signature. We've just laughed with the groove. Now we shift to a Velvet Line detour where future legends try on soul before they take another road. Number 2, So Much Love, Hourglass, 1968. Silk and muscle in the same pocket. The rhythm section glides while the guitars thread warm daylight through the changes. Hear how the harmony swells on the title phrase, then steps back to let the drum fill brush the doorway into the next line. This was a soul chapter from a band better known for what came after. A single that became a cult favorite and proof that their ears were wide open to R&B phrasing and feel. Spin it on a scratchy 45, and you can hear the room, the small studio, the headphones leaking, the promise under the polish. It's a crossroads song you feel in hindsight. We've arrived at the ramp now, windows down, city ahead, the horns already honking in the distance. Number 1, Expressway to Your Heart, The Soul Survivors, 1968. Traffic noise, horn blasts. A rhythm section that sounds like brake lights turning into beat. The drums punch tight, the bass bounces in the lane next to them, and the brass writes the skyline in 8-bar phrases. Notice the stop-start hit before the chorus. It's like the light changes to green and the whole band surges at once. This was the first spark for Gamble and Huff, the architects who would define a city's sound, and it still feels like the moment the on-ramp becomes the highway. You can see it clearly. Summer air rushing in the window, station ID fading, the hook arriving like your exit sign. For the group, it was blessing and anchor, a defining ride they could never quite outdrive. One song, one map, one city becoming itself in real time.